I want to have fun, but now I'm afraid of this. That Billy? 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 I need you, Billy. I need you, Billy. I need my little Billy. That's Billy. That's Billy right there.
Hello? This one might be a fake. I'll just get that out of the way straight away. In fact, all of these might be fakes. We have no real way of knowing, but let's assume for the sake of this video that they are real, and that they were all in fact drawn by children. And what a way to begin the list. A seemingly normal family portrait scrawled by a young child, Julian in this case, has an unwelcome guest, the taking boy. Now, playing devil's advocate again, this could be a misspelling of the talking boy, but either way I think it's fairly creepy. If it's the taking boy, there's a level of story here that implies something sinister. What does he take? Could he take objects away from the family? Or is he a threat to Julian himself, his ultimate goal to take him away from this world?
No!
If it's the talking boy, the fact that he's fleshed out and not just a stick person like the other three, along with his monotone black shadowy colouring, make his talking even scarier. He's also drawn at an angle to the other three, as if he's just staring from the sidelines, unbeknownst to the happy family, or the parents at least. This would definitely be right at home in a horror movie, no doubt.
Number
Number
4.
4. Jack and the Leprechaun.
Look at
This
the
picture
D.
shows more about
Wait,
the
Jack's
child and his
uptight?
intent, but still leaves
Oh,
some
no,
quite
Jack.
disturbing
Never.
questions unanswered. It would seem that Jack McGovern was asked at school to write and draw what he would do if he caught a leprechaun. It's the sort of thing young kids are asked to do all the time, engaging their creativity, drawing skills, thinking about what they do with wishes, etc. In this case, Jack has chillingly informed us that he would kill the leprechaun, despite the smile on its face and on his own. Children say this sort of thing all the time, especially these days, what with movies and games focusing so much on killing, but it's the way that Jack's drawn it that bothers me. I see Jack on the left holding a big orange net or something with which he's caught the leprechaun, the green character in the centre. However, the really odd thing is the red person on the right, drawn differently from the other two stick figures, and either shooting the leprechaun or extending some long instrument with which to kill him. Is this figure simply a manifestation of Jack's rage and primal killing desire, or is it something that Jack has summoned or befriended, doing his bloodthirsty bidding? Yeah, perhaps I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but there has to be some reason
Bidding?
Jack didn't just draw himself
TC,
killing the
what have you
leprechaun.
been
What do
watching?
you think? Number 3. Imaginary friend.
Dun dun dun.
One common theme with young children is the imaginary friend. Again, I look to horror movies and stories where a child has a friend that the parents can't see, and it often turns out to be a spirit or a ghost.
Dun,
Here,
dun,
I'm not quite
dun.
sure what this imaginary friend actually is. The child on the left is allegedly the girl who drew the picture, a stick figure with a big smile on her face. Nothing wrong there. But the person on the right has so much wrong with it that it doesn't sit
Oh.
well with me. We can ignore
Terrible.
those scary eyes because it's clearly the girl's attempt at eyelashes. You'll notice that she's done the same for herself.
glorious.
But her friend seems to have 10 arms and 4 legs, so unless they are strange wavy stink lines that children
what you
often
saying?
draw,
Don't look at me.
and these don't look
Wee.
weird enough, this creature can't be human with so many limbs. As for the mouth and nose, I see there being a small nose high up on the face with 2 dark smeared lips and a gaping hole for a mouth. It could be representing something different, seeing as the girl herself doesn't have a nose drawn, but I dread to think what, and that's what scares me. The final thing to note is that the imaginary friend's head
got
is
chills down
mostly
my
off the rest
spine
of her
now.
body,
Why
with
would
a
you
clear
do this
section
to
of
me,
missing
TC?
flesh. And that makes you wonder what could have happened to her and why she shows herself as such. And to think that's what the girl who drew this truly believes is real, and it's an accurate depiction of that creature. Oh, that's enough to scare anyone.
Is it really?
Number 2. No, I don't know what to call this one. Just look at it for yourself. What on earth would you call it? When I first saw this picture, I thought the boy was lying on the floor dead with some strange
Yeah, no,
green
boy.
beast looking at his handiwork. But after looking at it for longer, I'm not so sure what's going on, and that's the frightening part. The first thing to decide is what the creature actually is. Some people say it looks like a mouse, and others think it's more like Muttley the dog, or the grinning Cheshire cat. Is it holding its hands to its mouth to emphasise its grin, or is it eating parts of the child lying beneath it? Come to think of it, that pink colour dotted and smeared around the
That
picture
looks like
could
his
have been an
leg.
attempt at blood.
Wow, I just not
The
noticed
child
that.
himself is upside down, but
If
smiling
you draw it
despite
out,
this
it actually
creature
looks like
and
it.
being covered in
No,
potential
I'm not
blood.
joking.
That would suggest he's not actually in danger and is okay with the situation.
Danger,
but
danger.
Then why is the creature so close to him? Or could they be conjoined? The creature's
Conjoined.
body coming out at the end
Have
of the
all
boy's
these.
leg? What doesn't seem to have an explanation at all is that extraneous line coming off the boy. Now, I'm not going to suggest that it's an erection because I don't believe a child would draw that, but that begs the question as to what it could possibly be and why it's there. All in all, this one's at number 2 because it poses far too many disturbing questions that perhaps only the child who drew it can possibly answer.
Hey TC, I think you should do some reaction
Number 1,
videos.
Lisa. Another imaginary friend, but taken to a horrific new level. The little girl who drew the picture and wrote the caption is shown on the left in a colourful outdoor scene. Next to her is the much taller and absolutely terrifying imaginary friend.
Sally, is that you?
Lisa.
Sorry, I'm
not
too much
really
into
sure where to start
creepypastas.
talking about how
Sally,
wrong
the
this
little
figure
killer. I'm
feels.
sorry.
She seems much older than the girl.
Thank
I
you,
get the
Tiny
impression
Tim.
that Lisa has white hair and is an adult, as she's a lot taller. Normally, children's imaginary friends are other children, but not here.
And she
That might
really
lend itself
sleep.
to the "it's a ghost" theory. She's wearing
It's
a
a
long white
ghost,
garment with
ooh.
long sleeves, and this clothing is covered with blood in so many places. It's most
So many
noticeable at the
places.
bottom of the fabric, where a large pool of the red stain is dripping to the floor. Lisa's right sleeve is similarly blood-stained, as is her upper chest, where there almost looks like there could be an incision, begging yet more disturbing questions. The bit that makes this truly scary, for me at least, is the face. Those black,
Exactly.
misshapen forms in amongst a mass of red are supposed to be the eyes, or indeed eyeless sockets, surrounded by blood. Her mouth is a raw, gaping O shape, again outlined and intermingled with blood and gore. Finally, there's a strange use of untidy, jagged orange crayon across the canvas in a picture that is otherwise fairly orderly and neat. It almost forms horns for Lisa, and its shapeless scrawl extends above the tree and across the girl's face. It's most concentrated, however, on the floor between Lisa and the girl, and it looks like Lisa is holding onto a thread of it, controlling its actions in a semi-chaotic fashion. Perhaps the worst of it is this is only one of several pictures of Lisa and the child. The girl talks about different adventures or day-to-day occurrences that she has with Lisa. And each and every one of them makes for some really chilling thoughts. And that's it from all top 5s for this week. Do you have any scary drawings that you may...
Okay, well, I just watched that. Thank you for giving me nightmares, TC. I actually have a quest for you. I'm not going to put it in the comments, but I actually want to say it on this video. I think you should be doing some reaction videos too, because I've been, like, my whole life been reacting to everything. So, just try to react to anything you want and post it, because that reacting is very good. But thank you. Adios.